Hello friends, today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is atomic structure. It is very important topic in chemistry, basic concept regarding the structure of atom. If you go back, that is in ancient century, philosophers they were thinking that matter is made up of very smallest particle, that is called atom, and that atom is indivisible, cannot be subdivided. It is the ultimate particle of the matter. No division is possible. But after 18th century, that is at the beginning of 19th century, scientists like your Faraday, he produced the formation of substance at different electrodes by electrolysis. And also it is observed that when a ebonite rod is rubbed with the glass, that is plastic. If ebonite rod will be rubbed with plastic, it will carry charged particles. It will attract papers, other plastic. That means the atom also carries some charged particles. These charged particles produced from the substance, that is from the atom. So this idea given a scope to discover regarding the structure of atoms. Different scientists studied regarding the structure of atoms. J.J. Thomson, Bohr, Crookes, Goldstein, like this, so many scientists, they studied, they taken different experiment to study the structure of atoms. Well, today we'll discuss regarding the structure of atom, what are the subatomic particles present in the atom, how atom is divided in different subatomic particles, what are their characteristics, how they are obtained from the atom, we will discuss on today. So this discovery mainly based on discharge tube experiment. Discharge tube experiment, it is mainly taken by Crookes. That is called Crookes discharge tube experiment. What is that? This is the tube is made of glass. This is made of glass containing gases, invisible gases. Invisible gases means what type of gases? Which are chemically inert. But oxygen should not be taken inside the discharge tube, because when oxygen will be taken, it may oxidize the metals used as electrodes. That's why oxygen should not be used. Generally, inert gases like nitrogen and noble gases are taken inside the discharge tube. Then, before filling the particular gas inside the discharge tube, the whole tube should be evacuated by vacuum pump. Vacuum pump is fitted at the one end of the discharge tube, which evacuates all gases present in the discharge tube before filling the gases, because we have to maintain pressure inside the discharge tube. Particular pressure should be maintained, and it is made of two electrodes, and these two electrodes connected to the high voltage around 10 kilovolt electric source, that is induction coil. This voltage generally produced by induction coil. So high voltage is maintained between two electrodes and it is filled with particular gas. Before the experiment, it should be evacuated, then particular gas will be filled. During the experiment he found when pressure at 1 atm, when pressure is maintained inside the tube around 1 atmospheric pressure, there is no flow of current. No flow of current. No flow of current observed. During the experiment, no flow of current observed at this pressure. But when pressure is reduced around 10 to the power minus 2 atm, when pressure is maintained just less than around how much? 100 times less than the first experiment. That means around 10 to the power minus 2 atm. That means 1 millimeter to 10 millimeter of mercury up to this much pressure. When pressure will be maintained 1 millimeter to 10 millimeter pressure, that is around, it will be equal to 10 to the power minus 2 atmospheric pressure. Then particular glow of light, that is inside the discharge tube, the gas will be illuminated in different colors, and the color of the gas depends upon the nature of gas filled inside the discharge tube. So around this pressure, different glow observed. Different glow observed at this pressure. But at pressure 1 atm, there was no flow of current. Here current starts. The deflection, the amount of current produced can be measured. It is observed in the second part. But when the pressure again reduced to 10 to the power minus 4 atm, up to this pressure is maintained. That means around 0.01 millimeter of Hg. Very low pressure and high voltage. Voltage is 10 kilovolt, means 10,000 volt, and pressure is very low pressure, 0.01 pressure is maintained. Then Crookes observed what? A ray produced when, what is the another condition? This is called, as is a positive terminal, this is called anode, and this is called cathode. Then he observed at the back side of the anode, one greenish light observed. Where? At the back side of anode. That means the light is just coming from the cathode. This part will not be visible, but this part is visible because this whole tube is coated with fluorescent substance, that is zinc sulfide. The whole tube is coated with zinc sulfide, which is a fluorescent substance. When light will fall on this substance, it will be illuminated, it will give different color. So when the pressure is 10 to the power minus 4 atm, then greenish light is observed. And current also produced, but greenish light is observed. And it is observed just back side of anode, and just it is like the ray coming from cathode. That's why this ray produced from cathode and passed through the anode which is what? Perforated anode. Perforated anode means having small hole, tiny holes. Through these holes, the ray can pass. So the back side of the anode, the light is illuminated, greenish color light is observed. That ray is called cathode ray. It is called cathode ray. Why is cathode ray? Because the ray coming from the cathode. But condition is pressure is 10 to the power minus 4 atm and the anode should be perforated. During the discovery of cathode ray, the anode should be perforated. Perforated means very small hole should be there. Then he observed this ray. What are the properties of cathode ray? Properties is the light is deflected. This ray deflected towards positive plate. If you place electric field between the ray will be just deflected towards positive plate. It will be deflected towards positive plate. Means it will carry negative charge particle. Deflected towards positive plate means it carries negative particles called electron. The cathode ray consists of negative particles called electron. This is the source of electron, cathode ray. And this ray carry material particles. It carry material particles. It carry material particles means consists of particle having charge, having mass, like this. Then another property, it passes in straight line, like means it has light property. The cathode ray, the property just like light. Straight lines, it passes straight line. How do you observe? When you place any object in front of ray, then it produces shadow. It gives shadow. That indicates it passes through straight line. It moves. If it rotates the wheel placed on its front. When the small wheel will be placed in front of the ray, then the wheel will be rotated. That means it will carry material particles, it will carry particles having mass. It gives heating effect. It gives heating effect on the metal surface. When it passes through the metal surface, it produces heat. Due to striking of the ray on the metal surface for more time, the metal gets heated. That means produce heating effect. It produces X-ray. it produces X-ray on the heavy metal surface. On the heavy metal surface. If heavy metal surface will be taken, when this ray will strike on the metal surface, it produces X-ray. Heating effect having which property? Consists of material particles passes through straight line and carry negative particles called electron. So these are the some and its velocity. Velocity is like light velocity. And mass of this particle mass is 840 of the hydrogen atom. That means mass is just lighter than which one? Hydrogen atom. So these are some particles observed from cathode ray. Mainly cathode ray consists of electron, and this property mainly studied by J.J. Thomson. Experiment is Crookes experiment, but the property studied by J.J. Thomson. Then who discovered electron? We can say J.J. Thomson. J.J. Thomson is the father of electron. Means he discovered this particle. Next is discovery of proton. Discovery of proton mainly done, it is studied using the same experiment, that is Crookes experiment. What is the experiment? Same, only difference is what? In place of perforated anode, perforated cathode is used. Perforated cathode. During the discovery of proton, he selected perforated cathode. But during discovery of electron, that is cathode ray, he took perforated anode. This is the difference. Perforated anode during the discovery of electron, perforated cathode during discovery of proton. But it will be solid. But it will be perforated, means holes. Same, he observed that backside of cathode ray, from backside one ray is produced. When he selected perforated cathode, he found that a ray produced in the backside of cathode, and the ray which is produced from anode, will pass through the cathode because it is perforated, having small holes, and the light pass through the cathode and strike on the surface of the glass tube, which is coated with zinc sulfide. Zinc sulfide, fluorescent substance. So it gives illumination here. So this is the difference. Same voltage, same pressure is maintained. Very low pressure, high voltage is maintained. What are the properties? And this ray produced from cathode, that's why it is called cathode ray. As the ray, the backside of cathode, that means produced from anode, it is called anode rays. Anode rays or it is called canal rays. Two names, anode rays or canal ray. Why they are called? Because the ray passed through the small hole. That's why it is called canal rays. As it is produced from anode and backside of cathode, that is called anode ray. The properties of anode ray, main difference is every property is same. The property is almost same, but main difference is it carry positive particles called proton. But in cathode ray, it carry negative particles, it carry positive particles. And when it is placed electric field, it moves towards what? Cathode. It gets deflected. It gets deflected. Gets deflected towards negative plate. Almost all properties same, produce heating effect, produce X-ray, pass through a straight line. It consists of material particles because it can rotate the small wheel, everything is same. But only difference is this one. It carry positive particles called proton and it carry negative and it deflected towards negative plate, which indicates it carry positive particles. But cathode ray gets deflected towards positive plate. That's why it carry negative charge particle. As anode ray gets deflected toward negative plate, that's why it carry positive particles. That is proton. Proton carry positive charge, electron carry negative charge. Okay, everything is same. Only one difference he got during this cathode ray discovery and anode ray discovery. He found the difference is. What is the difference? Difference regarding charge and difference regarding deflection towards electric field. Another thing he found that in case of cathode ray, same ray produced from all types of gas. In case of cathode ray, the ray produced from all types of gas remains same. Means the ray produced from cathode, by changing the gas, by changing the plate, electrode, the nature of gas is, nature of particle is same. In case of cathode ray, same rays produced from all type of gas remain same. That means remain same. Same rays produced from all type of gas. From different gases taken, the rays remain same. If you change the gas, if you change the electrode, gas or electrodes. If you change the electrodes, if you change the gas inside the discharge tube, the cathode ray is similar type. All rays are similar. But in case of anode rays, particles are different. Particles are different. That means the ray produced from different gases, the nature of rays is same, but the particles, the characteristic, the charge on the particles, the mass on the particles, different. In case of anode ray, the charge of the particles, the mass of particles are different. But in case of cathode ray, everything are same. Charge remaining same, mass remaining same, every properties remaining same in case of cathode ray. That's why electron is called universal constituent of matter. That's why electron is called universal constituent of matter. Why? Charge to mass ratio. E means charge, M means mass. This value of electron is about 1.76 into 10 to the power 8 coulomb per gram. How much? The charge to mass ratio of electron, is same for all matter. All matter means if you are changing the gases, the E by M will be same. But in case of canal ray, it differs. That's why electron is called universal constituent of matter. Electron is called universal constituent of matter. Means every matter, every atom contains similar type of electrons. All electrons are same in all matter, but protons are not same in all matters. This is the main difference between the study of anode rays and cathode rays. Last part is discovery of neutron. And this discovery of proton, electron by J.J. Thomson and discovery of proton by Goldstein. Who discovered proton? Goldstein. Who discovered electron? J.J. Thomson. And discovered neutron by Chadwick. Chadwick discovered neutron by which experiment? Radioactive experiment. Not by discharge tube experiment. Electron discovery, proton discovery by Crookes experiment. Crookes experiment means discharge tube experiment. But discovery of neutron by radioactive experiment. What is that experiment? Ray produced from the atom. Heavy atom. From heavy atom the ray produced are different nature. Some ray are called alpha ray, beta ray, gamma ray, like this. These are the ray produced from the heavier atom, not very lighter atom. From heavier atom, the nucleus are unstable. That's why it produce some smaller particles, highly energetic particles, high energy. These are called radioactive rays. These rays are called radioactive rays, high penetrating power. This ray can pass through a small sheet of metal also. That's why these are high energetic, high penetrating power. So, Chadwick, he carried one experiment. The experiment like this. He selected alpha ray. This is alpha ray. Alpha ray is just like helium. Alpha ray is just like helium atom. This ray, when bombarded with beryllium, when alpha ray bombarded with beryllium, when bombarded with beryllium atom, then he found during striking of alpha ray through the beryllium atom, he found a new atom is produced, that is carbon. And one ray, that is neutron. So, during bombardment of alpha ray over beryllium atom, he found a new atom is produced. Generally, normal reaction cannot produce new atoms. New substance can be produced, but atom, new variety of element will produce. This is the element helium, this is the element beryllium, but here element is carbon. New, totally new element is produced by the bombardment of alpha particle over beryllium. And he got a new ray. This ray carry no charge, but unit mass, single unit mass, but no charge. This ray is called, this ray consists of neutral particles because no charge, called neutrons. As is neutral, the name is given neutron. Carry no charge but having unit mass. It is produced from beryllium. From this experiment, similarly, he also found when bombarded with boron. When it is bombarded with boron atom, he found new atom is nitrogen and neutron. When alpha rays strike over boron, he found new atom is nitrogen. Similarly, when alpha ray strike over beryllium, he found new atom is carbon. With these atoms, one ray produced neutral ray having no charge. That is called neutron. That is the discovery of neutron by radioactive experiment. By radioactive experiment means bombarding, striking radioactive rays, that is alpha ray, beta ray, gamma ray, like this. The ray produced from heavier atoms, it undergo change in the atom. This is the parent atom, this is the new atom, totally different. So, this discovery, this experiment, observe the discovery of electrons, protons and neutrons. So, these are the subatomic, important subatomic particles of atom. What are the characteristics? What are the mass and charge comparison? We will discuss. Electron, proton, neutron. This is the symbol. Symbol is E minus 1 0. What is the meaning of E minus 1 0? Means negative charge, unit negative charge, and no contribution to the mass of the atom. Electron has no contribution toward the mass of atom. That means the mass is taken as 0. Means no contribution toward the mass of the nucleus, you can say. That's a 0. And proton is P11. That means single unit mass is 1 unit mass. When one proton increases, 1 unit mass increases. When one proton increases, 1 unit charge also increases. But when one electron increases, 1 unit negative charge increases. One proton increases means 1 positive charge of the atom increases. Neutron 0 charge, but mass is 1. If 1 neutron increases, 1 unit mass increases. 1 unit mass increases, 1 unit mass proton also increases, but no change in the mass of the electron. Then, what is the charge? Charge is, electron charge is taken as 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, that is negative sign. For proton charge is minus 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb, it is plus sign. Charge value is same, 1, that is this much of coulomb, very low charge, 10 to the power minus 19, very low charge. This positive charge is taken as negative charge, and neutron is 0, charge is 0. Then mass. Mass of electron is 1840th of hydrogen atom. That is approximately how much mass? How much mass of the electron? 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram. What is the mass of electron? 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram, which is equal to how much in compared to hydrogen? Relative mass of electron with compared to hydrogen. We know mass of any substance can compare with hydrogen. We have read in the first chapter. That is how much? 1840. Very small. Hydrogen is the lightest. Then electron mass is 1814th times, around 1 by 2000 times less than hydrogen. But proton mass is just like same as hydrogen. Just like hydrogen. How much? That is 1.672 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Same as, just approximately like your hydrogen atom. But neutron is somewhat very small value, greater than proton. How much? That is same as, you can tell, same as hydrogen, but somewhat heavy, you can say. How much? 1.674 into 10 to the minus 24 gram. Means very negligible greater. Very negligible greater value. 1.674, here is 1.672. Means 0.002 greater. It means almost same. This is regarding mass. Then E by M value. E by m value, generally it is not calculated. It is not calculated because charge is 0. E by m value will be 0. It will be 0 because charge value is 0. Neutron has 0 charge. E by m means charge to mass ratio. It is called charge to mass ratio. Every particles has charge to mass ratio. If it carry charge, it will be some value. If it has no charge, that is 0. For electron is how much? For electron is 1.76 into 10 to the power 8 coulomb per gram. You have to remember this value. This is the value of what? Charge to mass ratio of electron, then mass of electron and mass of proton. In terms of U, it is also 1.008 U. It is also same, approximately 1.008 something U. Which one? Proton, neutron. Same as just like hydrogen atom. What is the value of U of hydrogen? 1.008 U. Like this. So this is the regarding discovery of electron, proton, neutron and their charge comparison, mass comparison and charge to mass ratio of the atom. So this is about the discovery of soft atomic particles, that is electron, proton, neutron in the atom. Okay, thank you.